What's up, everybody? Destin Legary here, and I am with David. David, you're working on Killer Instinct.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, who are you showing us today?
We're going to show Jago first here.
Okay. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the character and how he works?
Yeah, okay. So Jago is the Tibetan warrior in the game. He's sort of our balanced character, so he's sort of good at everything. He's got good throws. He can shadow cancel his throws. He's got good normals. He's just the all-around balanced character. He's got options against everyone.
Okay.
So we're gonna
what
go.
better stage than his own?
So this is the Tiger's Lair, where Jago goes to sort of contemplate and meditate on life.
What's up with his sword, a new sword and outfit?
So, good question. So the sword is actually based on a Tibetan sword design. We really sort of wanted to be authentic with the character, and you know, he is sort of the Tibetan warrior, so we went with an actual sword. Likewise, the costume is sort of a new design, and the goal here was to really sort of show off that Jago has sort of gone through a difficult time, and he's contemplating life, and while he did that, he's in the temple and has basically torn down the temple to create his own costume.
Oh, okay.
So you see, like, the pants are just like the sort of cloth in the background. He's taken ropes from the area and sort of created a new sash for himself.
His knees have teeth.
Yeah, so you can see the sort of tiger knee pads, and as he goes up and down, they'll open and close in various attacks. So it's sort of a cool little thing.
Cool. All right, well, let's get into the combat. How does he work?
So Jago has 4 different specials. So one of his most, I think one of my favorite specials of his is the wind kick. So the wind kick will close distance.
How do you do it? Down away?
It's quarter circle back in any kick.
Okay.
So what's cool about it is it's also a low crush move. So like if I'm doing lots of these low sort of pokes, Rich can go over that. So it's a good way to sort of stop the low forward pressure that you see a lot of people pulling.
Cool.
What's also nice about it, when I throw a fireball, you can shadow through fireball. So every move, when you do a shadow version of it, and a shadow version you do by doing the special with 2 buttons, gains different properties. And the wind kick gains the ability to go through fireballs. Boom. Another cool thing about it is also throwing vulnerable. So if he's pulling pressure on me, sorry, if I'm pulling pressure on him, let him get some meter. And then I go for a tick throw. It's thrown vulnerable.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Sweet. So other specials of his are the Endokuka. So different speeds go different power levels go different speeds. So light goes slow, medium goes a little bit faster, and the fast one the heavy goes pretty darn fast. Just like other moves, you can EX version it. Oh shit, shadow version.
That's okay. That's okay. We're all fighting him fans here.
All right, let's go on to another special. So a big one for him is the Tiger Fury. So that's you do a Dragon Punch motion in any punch. And it's got invulnerability on startup, so it's great like on knockdown. You can sort of stop the pressure.
Nice.
Great way to sort of get out of jail.
Yeah.
The shadow version, which will show, you can juggle off of. Which is nice also.
Yeah.
And it's a great way, like if you do sort of a big combo into a launcher with like laser blade, you can catch with it also. So it's a good way to sort of extend combos and get some nice damage.
Now, one new thing we saw today, before you go into that Ultra, was shadow cancel?
Shadow counters. So for people who played previous KI, like KI2, there was an RPS system, and that was how you sort of got out of being locked down. What we did was sort of create a different option here. It's called a shadow counter, and basically what you can do is you can cancel... You can cancel your block stun into a counter animation. So you'll pull up this counter animation. If you get hit again while you're in that, you'll automatically perform a shadow counter.
All right, cool. Let's see that.
Okay, so build up some meter. So now if Rich does do that into a heavy laser blade. So there's a timing element to it. The key is to know, like, when is he at the end of his block string? And when he's at the end of the block string, what you want to do is enact it. Here, Rich, I'll do it to you. You want to enact it just as the last hit is going to hit. So, because if the next attack follows up very quickly, it'll stuff your shadow counter. So it's not a freebie. You have to know, you have to be in the mind of your opponent and know what he's trying to do.
So it's a pretty technical move, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty technical, but once you get used to it, you know, people have patterns, and especially when they're doing block strings, this forces you to mix up your block string. And we love it just because it's like an aggressive option, right? When you're getting rushed down, we don't want people to just have to block and wait for an opening. Now you can create an opening, and it's a big. I mean, you go from being in a block string to being in a combo, so it's a huge shift in momentum.
Cool. Well, why don't you show us some medium difficulty combos that you've discovered so far with the character?
Sweet. So one of my favorites are the wind kicks. So you can do wind kick into a double, use it as a linker, and then I like going into a launcher. And then the Tiger Fury we talked about, one more time, and then the last one. Boom.
Nice.
So
that was
48%. But use both my shadow meters. But
yeah. So your shadow meters are going to give a lot of damage to the other player.
Yes. But there's a little bit of a game there because they give you a ton of damage in a combo, but you can also use them as openers. And like we talked, the shadow openers have some really important properties, right? So it's a question of, do I want it to start the hit, or do I want to use it once I get the hit to get maximum damage?
Okay. And a lot of people have seen this already, but you got his instinct mode. What are some interesting ways that you can use that?
So some of the obvious ways, I'll go here.
Just
if Rich is blocking.
Heal.
If Rich is blocking and I like start a Tiger Fury and realize he's blocking, I can cancel the recovery of the Tiger Fury to make it safe. Okay. Otherwise, I would have flown up and been punished. I can cancel it. So you can basically cancel the recovery of any move and make it safe. So that's huge. The other thing it does is it makes all your moves more positive. So it's easier to pull off manuals while you're doing it.
And a manual, for those who don't know, is just like you open with the kick and then you hit another button?
No, manual.
That's an auto double.
Yeah, so an auto double is after the auto double, just for review. So anytime Rich does an opener here, the next hit after the opener is going to be an auto double if you sort of cancel it or hit it early. If you hit it late with timing, then like what you just saw there with the low short, then it's a manual. Manuals are obviously much more timing specific, so they're a little more difficult to pull off, but they're much harder to break. So I think a nice balance there. That's the shadow laser blade into a launcher, and then double roundhouse uppercut.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to show us with Jago?
Yeah, I think one big thing for him here you're seeing around the world. So Jago, that's sort of his custom mechanic in a combo. He can go from heavy to medium to light and keep going around the world. What's neat about that is almost all your damage in combos comes from the ender, right? So to get the most potential damage, you've got to do as many doubles as you can. What that means is you can just keep doing them rather than having to go to a linker to get the next double. So it's sort of a pretty cool mechanic for Jago.
Cool.
One other really cool thing, we'll do one more here with Jago.
Okay.
Is Jago can shadow cancel his throws. So if Rich beats on me here a little bit to get meter.
Is he the only character that can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
So if he throws here, if you input a shadow move early, you can cancel the throw into it. And you can do any shadow move. So here he'll launch with the laser blade and then follow up.
Cool. It looks like he changed the, was that a...
Yeah, so the new counter effects, what you saw at E3 is basically we had sort of a rock formation sort of fly at the screen.
Yeah.
Now it's a lightning sort of effect on counter hit. There you go.
Nice.
So we just want it to be really, noticeable when you get a counter hit, so you know that you've got the extra properties of counter hit. Counter hit in our game adds some damage and also some extra advantage on counter hit. So there's some combos that you can start with counter hit that you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
Cool. Any last things?
Yeah, just two last things.
Okay.
I just want to cover it all,
Yeah, yeah.
One move that I want people to use, because we're not seeing it as much, is the forward roundhouse. So this is his pressure move. It's a double hitting roundhouse. What's great about it is it moves you forward, it's positive on block, and you can cancel into any special move. So It's just a great way to pressure your opponent. It's a great way to build meter, because like we said, meter's built when people are blocking. So great move, one of his command moves. And then the other thing that we'll talk about is his other command move, and that's back heavy punch. That's his overhead. And the overhead can be canceled into any special. So, and start a full combo off of it.
Cool.
And then last thing real quick is just the enders. So every special that Jago has can also be turned into an ender by doing a combo and then doing the heavy punch version of it at the end of the combo. Rich will show you here now the Endo Kuken ender. What's special about this one is that it gives you meter back. That was a laser blade. Laser blade's a launcher. The Endo Kuken is a what we call a battery ender, so it gets you meter back. The wind kick one, which he'll show here in a sec, will cause wall splat if I'm in the corner. Oh, no. Why don't you do it, Rich? I just died, but that'll wall splat as you see there. And then the Tiger Fury is the big damage one. So every ender has sort of a different purpose. We wanted to not just make it for show, but to actually give the players a reason to do that.
Awesome. Well, that was a great overview of Jago. Can we end on one more match where you show me the best ultra you can do now?
The best ultra I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. So while he's beating you up, so what are the chances of us ever seeing returns of like no mercies or humiliations or any other things you could do at the end of the game?
Well, so we heard a lot from the fan base on how important that is. We're listening, and we're still developing the game. And stay tuned. We'll see what gets in.
All right. Pretty vague.
There have been no announcements
Definitely,
yet.
maybe.
Definitely,
They will
maybe.
be in Killer Instinct. All right. Here's the big challenge. Don't drop it.
Oh no, live.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Oh,
No.
you didn't even activate it. All right, so that was your attempt. Let's see what Rich can do. All right, Dave, you had your chance. This is Rich's third attempt to beat your 103 with the magic of editing, Rich.
The magic.
Let's see what you got.
All right, let's see if you can actually show me up. So here you see Rich using heavy auto doubles. The key to that is it gives you the most hits while minimizing KV, so you don't knock out the person. You also see him using the shadow linkers. Those don't add KV, so you get 5 free hits.
There's the Ultra.
Now he's into
We're up
Ultra.
in the 40s already.
Notice the
50s.
meter being built during Ultra, and he forgot to cancel it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not doing this.
All right.
I keep dropping.
So Dave,
Dave,
you remain champion
103, baby.
with 103. Thanks, you guys. That was our look at Jago. And for more on Killer Instinct, you know where to keep it locked. IGN.